uh, 40-50% lesser than what I was drawing. Even then, I was accepting that offer, and but they were not willing to give me the job because they were afraid that I'll take that as a stopgap arrangement and I will quit after some time. So 2-3 interviews like that, 2-3 rounds happened like this, and then I realized that these people are not going to give me job, and I'm just wasting my time. So one more month went like that, 6 months over without salary. Seventh month, I decided that I should do something about it. I should come out of the company. So I think after 7 months, I went and told the chairman that I'm unable to meet the pressure now. So don't mistake me, I have to quit. So I was thinking that he would create a scene. He would say that don't do that, don't leave this company. This company has done so much for you. Where were you? Where I have brought you? And all that he would tell me. Same thing. I also wanted to tell him that where was your company and where I have brought this company from 1 crore. I brought it to 45 crores. Even then, even during that period, education business was doing well. My department was doing very well. The problem was with his department, with the software department, where they were not getting the revenue. In my case, people were coming paying in advance money, and we were running the show. And that money, whatever I collect and give, that was actually used for software development companies' expenditure. My own team members was not getting salary, so I was even unable to answer them. They were saying that, look, whatever the company wants, we are meeting our targets and we are doing everything. Why our salaries are not given? So, but the company itself was going through that problem. So we had to endure all that problem. Then I realized that slowly people left the company, and I finally went to the chairman and I said I'm leaving. So I was thinking that he will create a scene, he will make me cry and all that. He will say, don't do this, don't leave us, and all that. Without batting an eyelid, he said, thank you, Sridhar. I was thinking how to tell you. So the chairman said, in fact, without batting an eyelid, he said, thank you, Sridhar. And I was shocked. He said, thank you, Sridhar. In fact, I was wondering how to tell you. You are into already high income bracket, and my liability was mounting every month. And I thought, how am I going to tell you? That you have really done my job very well, and thank you so much. He said, bye. I was shocked. What I expected was a good favor from him. Okay, I thought, okay, anyway, he will relieve me. I knew that he will relieve me. But I thought he will call all the staff members, other people there, and tell before them that Mr. Sridhar is a great asset, but we are losing him, blah blah, and all those things. I expected all these things to happen because I gave the company that kind of comfort, but nothing, not a word. Just say bye bye. Chalo. So that was the first shock that I had. Okay. Then I came out. My confidence was shattered totally. What will I do now? So I decided, something I will do. But during that 1 month period, where the interview was going through, I was going through with other competitors and all that time I realized that, if I have to come out, I need to do something, and how am I going to some time without income? My wife was anyway doing business. Her business was doing well. So for me, running the kitchen was not an issue. Managing the day-to-day, requirement of the house was not an issue. So is that I decided was, okay, I have 2 cars. So let me surrender 1 car. Okay, 1 car I surrendered. We said, okay, we'll live with 1 car. Then I did little bit of savings like that. Some savings were there almost drying up, but because of my wife, we managed somehow the management of the house. My kids were going to the school at that time, so it was okay. Uh, those things were fine. Then I decided that I will now concentrate on selling the properties that I had. I had already taken 9 properties. So if I sell these 9 properties, I'll see some income, right? And from that income, I can start clearing my loans and survive. I'll see some profits out of the real estate investment that I've made. So I expected all that. Some I had to give it on almost on cost to cost basis. Some I made good profits again. But the point here is that I could not sell on my own. I had to depend on the real estate agents. So I engaged agents and I told them that I want to sell this property and all that. And they helped me out. They took some time, but uh, it was not as delayed as much, but we could sell it. They could find customers and we could sell it. And I made some reasonable profits also. And when I was giving the brokerage to them, right, it used to be in lakhs. So that time I found some 50,000, 60,000 and all I have given, and then 1 lakh also I have given. So I thought, this kind of brokerage money is very good. If real estate business can do like this, can give like this. So I slowly try to understand from these agents as to how to sell this properties and how do you get properties, right? So then I could understand that, look, if I wanted to sell, I depended more on the agents to sell it and give it to me for the commissions. And I was willing to pay the commission. So I understood that this is how the market is going to be. Everybody will behave in the same manner. Then I thought I'll get into real estate business. Then I came out of the company with 1 laptop and 1 car that I had, and started managing the real estate business. Looked into for sale this thing, and then I went into internet because I'm an IT man. My reliability was more on internet, and then I could gather some properties there. And then I thought, I will advertise, and then I will get some leads and all that. So from there, I wanted to manage all those things. So I thought I'll be able to do well. If I manage 800 people in the IT company, and managed the company from 1 crore to 45 crores. I found for almost 9 months, I could not sell at all. Nothing. Things were coming, working very hard from morning till evening. I was running around here, there, for seeing every property I used to go and see. Then every customer I used to talk so well and then make them come over to the site visit, spend hours together with them. Sometimes, my ego was so much that, since I was already a GM and all that, I cannot show off that I'm struggling now. But I had to show off that I'm very good, very, very well settled and all that. So the customers, when I used to take them for coffee, tea, some dosas and all those things, I never used to allow. I was not getting any income here on the one side. On the other side, I used to spend money also on these people. And like this, I was doing all that. And then when 7th month again, I was under pressure. Already 7 months had gone without salary. Another 7 months went without income in the real estate business. But fortunately, parallelly, what I used to do was, I used to get, NGOs also who were wanting to give me retainership money, and I had to help them in fundraising. So this work also I was doing. That was giving me some income, some relief was there. But from real estate, nothing was coming. So real estate was the thing that I thought will lift me up again. But it was no income was coming. 7 months, 9 months. 7th month, I realized this, that I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what. What am I doing wrong? Then I started looking at newspaper. Newspaper, I was doing research and all that, some job offer. Can I go to some real estate company and start working to learn, understand how the real estate business is done and all those things. So I was seeing, and my ego was not allowing me to go and join as a sales guy or a sales manager or something. If at all I wanted to go as a GM level and all that. And there was no such offer. Even if offer was there, then they used to ask my experience in the real estate business. And my 6 months business experience, that was not enough for them to consider me for that kind of position. So it was a catch-22 problem for me again. Then what happened, I saw one advertisement which said, we are looking for a freelancer. It was a real estate broking company, very well known. I went through the website of the company. Since I'm coming on video and, this is going to be public, I don't want to give the name of the company where I work for it, but I will tell you, I can tell you what all I learned in this company. Okay, so what happened, I saw this advertisement from them, which said that we are looking for freelancers. So then I went there. I went to that company. There was one VP there sitting in Bangalore, sitting in Chennai office there at that time. I went to that company, and then that vice president was saying that, what is your experience in real estate? I said 6 months, and he asked me, how many deals have you cracked? I said, no, nothing I've been able to. I'm figuring out, but somehow, I'm saying that's the reason that I've come to you to understand what can be done. He said, we'll make you successful. No problem. But there is no salary here. I said, yeah, I am aware of that. How will you make me successful? Then he said, let me first tell you what are all the rules and regulations of this company. So he told me the rules. Number one is that you have to come to the office as and when you are asked to come. So you cannot give reasons not coming. That is rule number one. Rule number two, every Wednesday, we have a meeting at 10 o'clock. That meeting you have to attend. Every week it is going to be there. And in case you are absent for any one meeting, we'll give you 2 more chances for not attending meetings. But after 3 times, right, then you cannot continue working in this company. You have to give up. So you have to be very clear on this. You have to come for that meeting without fail. Wednesdays, weekly once. So what about other days? Other days, okay, but Thursday morning, we have something called caravan. So what does this mean? Means every week we'll go to one particular area, zone, south zone, east zone, west zone, north zone. So all the agents who are working in the company, each one of them will show the property to the other agents. So if I have my property in the area south, so when south zone is allocated, I have to show my property to others. Like that, when I go to north zone, I have to see the properties of other agents who are working in the same company. What is the idea behind this? The idea behind this is that whenever we get a client, right? If I get a client and he tells me certain requirement, some of his requirement, and my property, what I have in that particular location, which I was wanting to show him, if that does not match his requirement, at least in my mind, I'll remember that last week I went to this caravan trip and he showed me one property which is matching like this. So can I talk to that person and then sell that property? So what I will do, I will go to that agent and I'll tell him, I have my client whose requirement is likely to match your property's requirement. right? So can we try to see this? So he will be the